So it is Saturday and I'm just prepping things for tomorrow's training run. So just getting my headlamp ready as I'll be running early in the morning. So starting at 4:30 a.m. tomorrow, it's going to be dark. But I also need to be using this during the event as well, as we're going to be running in the middle of the night. So yeah, it's going to be good to give that a test run and see how it goes. Also just prepping some of my nutrition as well. So gonna have a banana in the morning and then sort of in between the loops, maybe some Snickers bars, and I'm gonna put some peanut butter sandwiches in there as well. And then I've got some gels. So tomorrow going to be using some of the Pure gels and then gonna give the Pure race fuel as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I've also got some electrolytes, which I'm going to put bottles of water in there, which I can refill each lap. I'll have my little running belt over here, so I'll have this on me. I'll have a gel in there, the 2 bottles. So I'll aim to finish all of that each lap or during the lap, and then I'll come back in, have a banana or a Snickers or a sandwich. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll see how we go. So get up at 4 a.m, banana, a little bit of water, get everything ready to go, and then start running at 4:30 a.m. and do a lap every hour. So 45-ish minutes per lap, 15-minute rest, and then yeah, sort of go from there and try a few different things each lap. So it's 4 a.m. Sunday morning, just getting ready for the run. So I'm aiming to start at 4:30 a.m. Obviously it's quite early, so I'm just trying to be quiet. So I'm going to get changed and then have a quick just banana with some honey, and then get all of my nutrition ready to go, make sure everything's ready, and that's pretty much it. Hopefully get started bang on 4:30. So the plan is this morning trying to do 5 laps, so 6.71k loop, do that 5 times every hour on the hour. All right, first lap, 4:30 a.m. underway. Can't really see much right now, but we've got the headlamp ready, so should be good. Let's go. It is eerily quiet throughout the park this time in the morning. And this is what it's like if I don't have my headlamp on. It's just a light from the phone. All right, first lap done. 6.7 Ks, 43 minutes, so about 6.5 minute Ks. Felt pretty good, pretty cruisy. Just wanted to use that one to warm up a little bit. So about 15 minutes to rest, refill my bottles, have a bit of a gel, and then yeah, go out for lap 2. All right, so start of lap 2. So one thing I realized is that that is definitely a really long rest period. So almost too long. Your body definitely gets a really good amount of time to cool down. So I think on this lap, I'm gonna try to go even a little bit slower. Maybe sort of jog 6 minutes or so and then walk for a minute and just see how long that takes me. Because that first lap, about 6.5 minute Ks, and it was about 43 minutes total. So a massive rest. So yeah, I reckon 10-minute rest, even a little bit less, would probably be the sweet spot. So we'll see how we go. All right, first little walk break. So one thing I noticed on that last lap though, especially during the rest, was one of the difficulties of like endurance races is getting enough calories in and just having enough time to, you know, let it digest and whatnot. But having that 5 to 10 minute rest really allowed you plenty of time to eat something and then even let it start to digest. So when you start running again, you feel really good. So I think that's going to be a big positive. But yeah, feeling good so far. Alrighty, lap 2 is done. So instead of a 17-minute rest, we've got a 15-minute rest now. So I thought I went a little bit slower that lap. I did go a little bit slower, but probably still not slow enough. It's probably still too long a rest. So I'm quickly beginning to learn that this is a lot about trying to just go slow and for as long as possible rather than just time. So it's interesting. So you guys can't really see much, can you? That doesn't help either. So it's interesting because any sort of race that you do it's usually all time based. Anytime you're running or anything like that, it's all about time. Whereas it's just weird because you're trying to go slow. You know, like your body just has this natural tendency to want to speed up. So even when I go stop and do a little walk, you know, when I start running again, I tend to go a little bit quick. So yeah, it's going to be interesting just getting used to that. So we're going a quick little banana on this lap in between the rest. Now I've got some carbs and electrolytes in here. All right, so lap number 3, 6:30 a.m. Again, that rest felt pretty long. And obviously going a little bit slower on those laps. Heart rate was even lower, so I think the first lap averaged around 120, second lap around 115, which meant I got a little bit colder as well by walking and like stopping and starting. So throwing a jacket on for this lap and see how we go. But even just starting this lap, my legs feel quite cold, so I think I have to warm up again. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. So a few people have asked, do you actually have to start on the hour or can you just like start earlier or whatever? But no, you do have to wait. So if you finish a lap in 40 minutes, you've got to wait 20 minutes, to finish in 50 minutes, you've got to wait the 10 minutes, and you have to start it on the hour. So yeah, hence why I'm practicing like that today. So first 2 laps I didn't have any nutrition. Have a little bit in the middle of this lap, basically because in that first lap I woke up at 4 and started at 4:30 and I had a banana before, so didn't need anything. Then I had a long break, but now I'm going to aim every 30 minutes or so, so basically halfway through a lap and then at the end of a lap as well. And when you're fueling, it's about, you know, trying to make sure you've got enough for later. So it's not about how you're feeling at the moment, but it's make sure you've got enough energy stores for later on. So make sure you're not feeling like shit later. So, you know, if you're starting to feel like you're depleted of energy or you're really, really hungry, chances are you've left it too late. All right, lap 3 is done. Oops. So again, that was about 45 minutes. So another 15-minute rest. Did feel like I was going a bit slower then, but apparently not. So still heaps of rest time. Feeling really good. So I'm gonna have a quick sandwich, little PB&J. That's delicious. I'm convinced 90% of the reason people do ultras is so they can eat a lot of food. So I'm about halfway, 3 laps down. I'm gonna aim for another 3, maybe 4 laps. See how I'm feeling. Yeah, feeling pretty good. I mean, it's only 20 Ks. It's just the time. Like usually it takes me 90 minutes to do 20 Ks, but 3 hours in at this stage. Yeah, feeling really good. I'm gonna get rid of the headlamp now because the sun's out, which is good, and throw the headphones in because I haven't listened to anything yet. So listen to a podcast and that should make it a little bit more enjoyable. All right, lap number 4, let's go. Alrighty, lap number 4 done, and another 15-minute rest. So again, averaging about 45 minutes a lap, 26, almost 27 Ks down, 4 laps down, 2 laps to go. So that'll put us close to 40 Ks. So yeah, feeling pretty good. So doing it this method is definitely a lot easier, like, you know, running your lap and then having a little break and going again. Like I'm at 30 Ks and, you know, after this next 2 laps, it'll be just over 40. So, you know, just like that, you've run a marathon, but which is good. But the only real challenge is the getting going again after sitting down for 15 minutes. Like that first 500 to a K is very uncomfortable. You're very stiff. But yeah, once you get going, it's generally not too bad. Lap number 5 done. 34 Ks down, so 1 more lap, that'll be 40 Ks. But yeah, everything feels really good. Fitness is absolutely fine. Legs definitely feel a little bit heavy. I think the biggest issue is just stopping and then starting again, but Also been 2 weeks of big training, so lots of running, so legs are just fatigued in general. So actually doing the event when I have a bit of a deload and feel a bit fresher should actually be really good. All right, last lap, lap number 6, and then we are done. Show you what's this first initial few steps which are the hardest. And that is lap number 6 done. So just over 40 Ks, 6 laps, so 6 out. And yeah, all in all, feeling really good. So it was a very solid little event simulation, so good to get a feel for it and how it all goes, and just getting used to a few little things like pacing, nutrition, resting, what to do in the rest breaks and all that sort of stuff. So really handy. So 10 weeks out, so plenty of time to go, plenty of training to do still, but this is just a good little indication of where I'm at. So I can obviously use this to map out the rest of my training now. But yeah, feeling really solid, really happy with how that went. Gives me a lot of confidence heading into the event. So yeah, now it's time to refuel and rest up. All right, time to make a little recovery smoothie. So got some ice in here, and then we're gonna go some full cream milk because that is more hydrating. Oops, shit. Because it's more hydrating than water or almond milk or whatever it is. A little bit of salt in there as well for more electrolytes. 2 scoops of chocolate protein, so I can get 40 to 50 grams of protein. And then after this, I'm going to have some eggs as well. A little bit of peanut butter. Delicious and very well deserved, I think.